Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new around here, my name is Amber and I run the fashion blog, The Cocoa Butter Diaries. So if you enjoy the content, please feel free to like this video and then also subscribe to my channel. And if you're already a subscriber, make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you never miss one of my posts on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now, today we are going to be doing our best luxury purchases that I have made this year. Like I had said in a previous video, I did get furloughed from my job earlier this year, but I actually started my business in the middle of all of this and it did incredibly well. And so I was extremely blessed to be able to still maintain the lifestyle that I had kind of made for myself. So I realize that there are a lot of people that are not as fortunate as I am. And then also given the holidays, it may seem a little insensitive to do a luxury video like this, but some people need the escapism of YouTube and social media to be able to kind of get away from their everyday. And so if I can provide that for you by doing these reviews and hauls, then I'm happy to do them. We're going to start with jewelry. Now, the first piece of jewelry that I did buy this year are these FF logo Fendi earrings. As you can see, one of them is gold and one of them is silver. I picked these specifically over the LV Louise earrings, which a lot of people have, for this reason. I like to mix my metals when it comes to my jewelry, especially my everyday jewelry. I have a silver Tiffany bracelet and then my Hermes H watch is gold. So I kind of already wear mixed metals on the daily. So I wanted some earrings that complemented my already mixed jewelry lifestyle. I love these. They're really lightweight. Again, I love the mixed metals. They're so fun. They're a great way to add just a little bit of like logo mania to your outfit without being too flashy. And I would, buy them in multiple colors if I could. At first, I will admit I'm a big hoop girl. Like I like my door knockers. And when I saw these, I thought maybe they would just be just a little bit too small for my taste. But as you can see, like the size is perfect. Like they're not too big, they're not too small. And again, they're extremely lightweight. I believe these earrings retail for $630 and they're worth it to me. I've worn them with everything from jeans and a t-shirt to more dressier outfits. They've just been a great buy. So I'm very pleased with them. My second jewelry purchase this year was this Tiffany Elsa Peretti ring. It's absolutely fabulous. I don't know if you can see it here, but it's yellow gold with two white diamonds here. And it's just like a little index finger ring. It does fit nicely on like my ring finger and then also my pinky, but for some strange reason I just really like wearing it on my index finger. I just think it's really fun. I bought this ring for my birthday back in July. I had taken a trip to Carmel and Monterey, just an overnight trip, and before I checked into my hotel, I went to Carmel and I did a little shopping. I popped into the Tiffany's and I purchased this ring right here. It's stunning. I wear it just about every day now. I had made the commitment about 2 years ago to really start investing more into my everyday jewelry and not just wearing, costume jewelry all the time. I'm 35. I feel like I should, have decent jewelry, and a lot of brands have become more accessible, like you have like Majuri and brands like that, where they kind of make affordable everyday jewelry so that you don't feel like you're splurging too much, but then you can still have those nice statement rings and hoops and necklaces and things like that. So even though I did splurge on this one at Tiffany's. I do have other rings that I wear every day, like from Oma the Label and Julia Vaughn. I believe this ring retails for, I think it's like $1,100. It also comes in silver and rose gold. And I picked the yellow gold because most of my other rings are gold. And so I wanted it to fit in with the other kids that I wear on the daily. The third jewelry piece that I bought, it's a more recent purchase. I believe I bought this back in October. I was on a recon mission for a friend at Hermes, and you can't go in Hermes for other people and not buy stuff for yourself. That's rude. So when I was in Hermes doing some recon for a good friend of mine, I, was left unattended to, have my sales associate go in the back, and I started to kind of peruse the first floor, and I stumbled across this. This is a CDC 24 bracelet. The reason why it's a CDC 24 is because it's, I don't know if you can tell, but it's slightly smaller than the traditional CDC cuff. And what I love about it is that it's black leather, and then it has like kind of gold, rose gold, like it almost looks like two-tone hardware. And the way that you put it on is it unlocks like that. And then see how there's this little like ring here. It just pops in and out so you can actually adjust it, and then you just lock it in place, and then that's it. So I think this bracelet retails for, I think it was $690 for this bracelet. I love it. As you can see, like it really just adds that little touch of glam to like a really kind of like plain outfit. Like I just have on this black like shoulder padded like sweatshirt, and it just instantly just makes it look more glamorous than it actually is. Like it just elevates it. So I wear this bracelet a lot. So much, in fact, that I'm already wanting the gold, which gold is what Hermes calls their like cognac brown. I don't know why they call it gold. It seems kind of counterintuitive, but I don't make the rules. First accessory that I purchased this year was kind of random, but I do love them, are these Tom Ford aviators. I was in Nordstrom one day, like just minding my own business, and I had Dexter with me, my dog, and I just saw these Tom Ford aviators. I had wanted a pair of aviators for a while, especially a pair of like gold ones. And Tom Ford makes an amazing sunnies. Like they fit incredibly well. He has great taste. And I saw these sunnies and I was just like, I love these. Can I try those on? And the lady, handed them to me, and I was like, okay, I want to buy these. Like they're fantastic. They're exactly what I was looking for. And she said, well, this is my last pair, the display pair. I have had terrible luck with display pairs. I've had a Chanel pair that it was a display pair that I bought years ago from Nordstrom, that literally one day I was putting them on my face and the arm just fell smooth off because the screw was completely stripped and they couldn't even fix the glasses. Luckily they replaced them, but still, ever since then, if it's a display pair, I'm just like, no, I want a new one from the back, or you can order me a pair and you can ship them to my house, because I'm not about to go through that again. It was very traumatic. So ever since then, I don't do display pairs of sunglasses. So I gladly waited the extra, I think it was like 3 to 4 business days for Nordstrom to ship me a pair of these sunnies. These aviators were, I think they were like $480 or $490 or something like that. His glasses are expensive, just like the rest of his stuff is, but my God, they're so good. I wear these so much. Like they were definitely worth the splurge. If you have the means, I highly recommend picking up a pair of Tom Ford sunnies. His sunnies are classic and fantastic. The second pair of sunnies that I picked up this year, again, was also on my birthday trip to Carmel. I got these Bottega Veneta sunglasses. They're kind of like a modified cat eye. I love a good like square, rectangular, like modified cat eye sunglass. I have kind of a oval shaped face, and so my sunglasses can't be too round. Like they have to be a little bit square in order for them to feel like they suit me. I picked up this pair while I was at the Bottega Veneta boutique in Carmel. I had popped in just to, just to see what they had. I had never really looked at their sunnies before. We do have a Bottega Veneta boutique here in San Francisco, and then we also have one in Silicon Valley in San Jose, but I just never looked at their sunnies. I just always looked at the shoes and the bags. I never looked at their sunglasses, and their sunglasses are so good. They have so many great like pairs like this one. This one is like a brown and cream kind of like tortoise, and I don't have any glasses like this, so that's why I was immediately drawn to them. So I did buy these. I believe I paid like I think it was like $440 or $450 for these. Like, just look how good they are on. Like, I mean, fantastic, right? Like, they're so good. Let me just, all right. Yeah. Love these. The next accessory that I picked up this year was my Hermes belt. It's reversible. I don't know if you can see it. The inside is black, and then this side is the gold brown that I just mentioned about Hermes. This is what the gold looks like. I love the buckle that I chose. I don't know if you can see it, but see how you can actually see like the hammer of the metal in it. Like, apparently it's a very rare buckle. Like, they sell out so fast of it because everybody like wants this buckle, and I got lucky on the day that I bought mine that I was able to get it. And I'm so glad that my essay actually showed me this buckle, because I had no idea that this buckle even existed. With Hermes belts, my belt is a size 80. Yes, my belt is an 80. You have to buy the buckle and the belt separately at Hermes. So that's why you get to choose which actual like buckle you want, because you actually purchase this and the strap separate. The belt, I think the belt strap is like $375 or $400, and then the buckle is like $450 or $475. Either way, the belt comes out to about somewhere close to, like, with tax, like $900. I bought this belt in June. Again, I was going to Hermes for someone else. Can't not buy myself something. I wasn't expecting them on that day to have my size, the colorway I wanted, and the actual buckle I wanted, but they nailed it with the trifecta. I got my belt, and I love it. I've worn it mostly with, jeans, even though I'm not really like a huge belt wearer. Like, I don't wear a belt every day, just only when I feel like it adds that extra oomph to an outfit. Like, sometimes, you put on an outfit and then you kind of go like, there's something missing. A belt. Like, that's kind of like how I wear mine. So I don't wear it every day, but I felt like it was enough of an investment for me, especially because it's reversible. I get black and I get brown, that it was worth the splurge to me. And I'm so pleased that I got it. The last accessory I purchased this year is this Chanel phone wallet. Again, Alyssa Lenore, this is your fault. She posted this beautiful Chanel Caviar phone holder wallet back, like it was like mid-July. And again, it was close to my birthday. And so when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, this is exactly what I need. Because I don't know if you can see, but it has slots for about 5 cards on the back. I actually have mine kind of like doubled up. So I actually have like 10 in here. And then there's just like this little zip compartment where you can put like a few like bills, receipts, etc. And then this front compartment is big enough where it actually fits my phone. So if I take my case off of my iPhone 11 Pro, it actually fits in here. And some of my other phone cases that are a little bit thinner, the one I have on my phone right now is pretty thick, so it's kind of snug. But if I use one of my thinner, non like protective cases, or if I just don't have the case on my phone at all, it fits perfectly in here. And since I'm constantly on the move, sometimes I don't want to carry my purse. Like I just don't, even though I have, crossbodies and stuff like that. Sometimes I just don't want to carry a purse. I just want to grab my wallet and go. And this is perfect because it has all my cards on the back, little bit of cash and change fit in here. Phone goes here. I just need to grab my keys. I'm out. Like, it's perfect. This retails for, I believe it was $800. It's Chanel though. So what did you expect? How I got my hands on these was I actually have the Chanel app. The Chanel app is fantastic. If you haven't downloaded the Chanel app and you definitely like Chanel, get the app. What they do is you submit a request, like you're just like, oh, I was looking for this item. And then the Chanel reps that work on the app will basically send your request to a store that has it. So for me, it was the store in, I believe it was Short Hills, New Jersey. Yeah, so they had one. So then I think it was like maybe the next day I got, I think it was either an email or a phone call. I can't quite remember, but I got notified by one of the reps that works at the Chanel in Short Hills. And they were just like, hey, we got a request from Chanel.com that said that you were looking for this item. I have one. Would you like to buy it? And it was just kind of like, yeah. And then they, your information is already like, you have a profile. So they already know like your name and address and stuff like that. So they were just like, do you want to send it to the information that we have on file? And it was like, yes. And then they prepare the invoice, and then it's a secure encrypted invoice that you have to like sign into to be able to use your credit card and pay. And then once it's paid for, they, pack it up in the Chanel packaging and ship it to you. So it took about maybe, Chanel usually does like expedited or express shipping. So usually anything you order from Chanel, whether it's from a Chanel boutique or from inside of like a Saks or a Neiman Marcus Chanel, you get in like 2-3 days. So I got these. Loved. I'm not usually like an SLG person. Like I don't switch my wallets often. I don't switch my card holders often. I'm not really, super into like keychains and stuff like that. But this is good. And this was worth every penny. The first bag that I purchased this year actually is an upgrade. This is my LV Keep All 55 in Monogram Eclipse. And then as you can see, I have my luggage tag hop stamped with my initials. Yes, I have pirate initials. I'm aware of that. That's because my parents always knew that I was gonna be a gangster. That's why. Recognize. So the Keep All 55, I'm going to put it down because it's big. The Keep All 55 was an upgrade for me. I had a Keep All 45. I bought it back in 2018 and it was the same Monogram Eclipse. It's just small. What they don't tell you is that the Keep All 45 is more like a fancy gym bag. It doesn't really hold a lot. The 55, if you can get it, is like the perfect like overnight weekend size. The difference in price between the 45 and the 55 is about less than $100. Someone who wasted her time having buying a 45, then having to sell it and then get the 55. Just don't be like me. Just get the 55, okay? The reason why I chose the Monogram Eclipse, which is the black with the gray monogram, is because I like black. Plain and simple. Technically, the Monogram Eclipse is a men's color. Like they don't make anything in women's in the Monogram Eclipse. So technically it's a men's bag. It was a way of still getting the LV Keep All for me that didn't seem, dare I say, cliche. Because everybody has the monogram, original canvas one. Don't get me wrong, that's nice. But I wanted a monogram that was different. And when I saw that it was made in the Monogram Eclipse, which is more black and gray, I'm more of a girl that wears black, obviously. it went more with my aesthetic. I hate using that word, but it fits here. The few places that I have traveled this year, mostly locally, like I did a few staycations at a couple of hotels in the Bay Area and in the surrounding areas. I have taken my keep all with me because, again, it's more of like an overnight weekend bag, and it fits everything without, you know, being too heavy or bulky, or without me having to take my actual like away suitcase. The next bag that came along was my Chanel 19. This is the small size in denim. Now, I did a whole review video on my Chanel 19. I'll leave it below in the description box if you want to get the full nitty gritty on this bag. So we're just not going to talk about it. But again, one of my best purchases this year. Love her. Then the next bag was my birthday present to myself. It is my Dior book tote in gray oblique. Now, there's kind of a petty story with this bag, and I hope you will indulge me about it. My Instagram fam knows about the pettiness behind this bag, but I'm going to tell you. So I had my eye on this tote because I wanted a Dior book tote, but none of the other totes like seemed like they were for me. Like the blue, the burgundy, they're stunning. It's just that none of them really screamed like that's you, girl, until this gray came out. And then I was like, oh yes, that's the one. So we have a Dior boutique in downtown San Francisco. I went in there trying to see if they actually had the bag. They didn't, but they, you know, took my information and they were like, if we get one, we'll call you. So I was like, okay. So maybe like a week later, they had it. And they were like, we have one. We know you wanted one. Are you still interested? You know, because the price is going to go up like July 1st. And I was just kind of like, well, I wasn't going to buy it until my birthday, which isn't until the end of July. But I kind of want to beat the price increase too. So I guess I'll just buy it now and then just not open it until my birthday. So it came the next day. I immediately was kind of sus about how thin the box it was in was. And so then I opened it because I thought it was going to be what I thought it was. And it was just the dust bag with the bag in it inside of the box. There was no Dior packaging, none of that. I paid this much for a bag, and you're not going to give me the box. You're not going to give me the ribbon. I need the full Dior treatment. That's part of the experience when you shop at these luxury boutiques. The packaging is part of the experience. So at first I was kind of miffed about it because, again, this was supposed to be my birthday present to myself, and I was turning 35. So I wanted it to be special. And I was going back and forth about whether or not I should be petty about this. And at the end, I conversed with, you know, my Instagram fam, and they were like, yes, I would be petty. And I was like, I'm glad you guys agree. So what I did was I ordered it from Dior.com with the full packaging and returned the other one to the boutique, because I was like, if you're not going to give me full service, then you're not getting this commission, honey. And his excuse was, when I came in the store, was we were out of boxes. That's literally what he said to me. We were out of boxes. Girl, if you were out of boxes, you should have said something. Because if it would have been one of your regular clients and they wouldn't have gotten a box, you would have never heard the end of that conversation. So this is my Dior book tote. I love her. I mostly have been using her as like my spend the night bag, if you know what I mean. Yeah, that's what I've mostly been using her for lately, since I haven't been catching any flights. But yeah, she's a great bag. And then also, because of Alyssa Lenore's influence, I don't know if you can see, but I have this insert inside of my tote. It's from this company called Samorga that she gets all these bag inserts from. I thought I would give it a try for my Dior book tote. It's great. I love that it gives the bag more structure, and then it actually has like little pockets and compartments for me to put things, because this is a big bag. So the fact that I can keep my stuff organized, and I can also keep the interior clean just in case I do decide to, you know, sell it or something like that. Like that was a big deal to me. So I'm glad that I got the insert for this. The next bag that I purchased this year is my baby Saint Laurent Croc and Boss Sac de Jour with gold hardware. She's truly special. This is Miss Margot. And I happened to be on the Saint Laurent website one night, shopping in my sleep again, and I saw that this bag existed. I don't know if you can see, but my logo is gold. Saint Laurent never made gold hardware with the Sac de Jour until this past fall. And then they also had this croc embossed one. So even though it had been just a hair over 30 days since I had bought my original Sac de Jour, I went back to the boutique. Like I said, I never opened it. It was still in the box. It was still in the bag. I asked the sales associate, I was like, can I please just exchange it for this croc embossed one? And she was like, I don't even think we have that one, because it would have been on the floor. And I was like, well, the Saint Laurent website says you have it, so go find it. So then she goes in the back and she's like, actually, we do have it. I didn't even know we had this bag. And I was just like, inventory doesn't lie. I work retail. I know. So she brought the bag out. It wasn't even on the floor, brand spanking new. I had to pay the price difference between this bag and the smooth leather, which I think was about like $300. I had to just pay the price difference, but I was happy to pay it to actually get the bag that I wanted. So Miss Margot here, I'm very pleased with her. She does come with a shoulder strap. I never use it. For some reason, I don't like shoulder straps on these kinds of bags, but that's neither here nor there. But I love this bag. It's like that perfect like boss bag, because you know she's croc and boss. She's real structured. She's like the perfect size, like for day to night, and she just screams like wealthy. The next bag that's on my list of luxury purchases this year is another bag that I've already done a bag review on, my Prada Saffiano re-edition with gold hardware. Again, since I've done a full review on this bag, I'm not going to go super into it, but just know that I bought her and I loves her. So here she is. I am a shoe gal. So when it comes to shoes, I am constantly buying shoes. It's just not a question. It's just happening. But this year I actually found myself buying a lot of different variations of shoes, especially shoes that I didn't really think that I would buy, which is a good thing because I'm expanding my horizons, as it were. Back in June, I had popped in like right when boutiques were starting to kind of like reopen after being closed since March. I popped into my Bottega Veneta boutique in San Francisco. I really hadn't shopped there much because it was right when Bottega was starting to become popular, and the Bottega bags that I bought online. So this was my first time like going into the boutique and really like shopping in there. And I went in and I found these. This is the Bottega Veneta stretch sandal in white. I love them. I have only actually worn these out in public once. I wore these to my birthday dinner. I had on this fabulous Hanifa top and these blank NYC like vinyl pants, and then I wore these just to give it that nice contrast. They're really comfortable. It's just that I've only worn them once because I really haven't been leaving the house that much to go anywhere like super fancy. And then also, like, I'm not a huge open toe shoe person. I own them, but I don't really like go out of my way to wear my open toe shoes. Plus, you know, with Rhoda, the nail salons are closed, and so it was kind of hard to like get my feet done on a regular basis, and I am terrible at painting my own toes, so I also didn't wear open toe shoes that much for that reason. But I love these shoes, and with like all Bottega shoes, they have these little grips on the bottom which make them super comfortable and very easy to wear. Another pair of Bottega shoes that I did pick up this year, so we might as well just keep rolling since we're still on Bottega. I picked up the Lido flat sandal. Now everybody and their mother and their brother has the mule version of this shoe, like the heeled mule version. I am not a heeled mule girl. I had a pair of Chanel heeled mules. I only wore them one time. Gorgeous shoes, but I only wore them once and I ended up selling them. So after that, I was just like, I am not buying any more heeled mules because you don't wear them, sis. Like, just don't buy them. So when I saw that the Lido has that perfect like foot strap that's like the puffy intrecciato weave leather that everyone loves, but it's a flat version, it's a sandal, I was just like, yeah, I'm all for it. So when I ordered these, the boutique was closed. So I actually ordered these from Bottega Veneta online. They got here super quick, and these are so comfortable. I love these shoes. They were worth every single penny. Like, if you aren't really like a heeled person or you just like flat sandals, I highly recommend getting these. Like, and they come in all the colors that the heeled mules do, so you're not missing out, and you'll probably wear these more because I wear mine all the time. Like, I don't always like photograph myself wearing these, but I actually wear these all the time. I think these retail for like, I think they're slightly cheaper than the heel mules, but not by much. I think these are like maybe like $1,100-$1,200. I'll have to double check. I'll put the price like maybe over here if I figure it out what it is. I'll have to look at the receipt. But yeah, so these are the Bottega Veneta Lido flat sandal. Another pair of shoes that I ended up absolutely loving, and they weren't even on my radar. These Chanel pool slides. Oh my God. These were shoes that I never knew I needed, but I'm so glad I have them. See how like you can't even tell they're Chanel, like it just looks like nail now, like because I wore out the C, the H, and the A. Like, that's how much I wear these. That shows you right there how much I wear these shoes, okay? Like, I love these. I'd gone into the Chanel boutique like maybe the beginning of July, and you know, just to say hey, catch up with my SA, because I hadn't seen her since Rona happened and the boutique closed. So I went up there to look at the shoes because I'm a shoe girl, so I have to look at your shoes when I come in. So we go upstairs and we look at the shoes, and I'm looking for the Dad sandals, but then out of the corner of my eye, I see these on the shelf, and I was just like, those are fabulous. Like, do you have these in a 37? I wear a 6.5 or a 7 depending on the brand. So I was like, do you have these in a 37? And she was like, yeah, let me go check in the back. I mean, look at this detail. Like, look at all these little mini pearls right here. Like, how could you not want to buy these after you see them? Like, what? So so they had a 37, and I was just like, wrap them up. I need these. Like, they're fantastic. They're so comfortable. I have already worn them to the point where they have paid for themselves already, and these were like $1,100. But I wore them pretty much every single day during the summer. Like, I can't get enough. I've even worn these with socks like recently. Like, that's how much I reach for these shoes. Like, they were so worth the money. And speaking of the Chanel Dad sandals, in about mid-July, I was finally able to get a pair of my own. Now, these are the Chanel Dad sandals in denim. My SA Kristen at Neiman Marcus got these to me one night because I had been going back and forth with her, like, do I need a 37? Do I need a 36.5? Because most of my Chanel shoes are a 37. But she said that these ran big and I was probably going to need a 36.5, but she was sold out. And then again, I checked with my Chanel SA, they were sold out too. So I was just kind of thinking, girl, they're just not in the cards for you. So one night in my Instagram DMs, Kristen DMs me and she's like, girl, a 36 and a half in the denim just popped up into the system. Do you want them? And I was just like, yes. So we put the order in within about maybe like 2 minutes. Like we moved as fast as lightning because we were trying to like secure the shoes. So she was like, okay, girl, your order's in. Hopefully they ship out. Like, I don't know if it's just a fluke, but hopefully you get the shoes. And I was just like, I hope so too, because I really want these. And now that you kind of like put them on my radar, I'm kind of like mad excited. So I really do hope I get these too. So then maybe like a couple days later, I get the confirmation email from Neiman Marcus saying like your package is shipping out and here's the tracking. And I was like, yes, they're mine. Yes. But I still didn't know if they were going to fit. I just knew they were mine, but I didn't know if they were going to fit. So they arrived in my house. They were 36 and a half. I immediately opened the box and put these on. And they fit. So yes, they did run big. They're very wide, but luckily Chanel actually made these Velcro straps like super adjustable, even the one that's like back here, because I have really small ankles. Like the fact that I was able to adjust all of the straps so that it fit my foot properly, thrilled. That made it even better. So yeah, these retailed for, I believe it was like $12.25 or something like that plus tax. Love them. Pretty much when I wasn't wearing the other sandals that I just showed you previously, I was wearing these. Like that's, I pretty much lived in Chanel sandals all summer long. They killed their spring summer. Like the shoes, all the sandals that they made were too good. This pair of shoes is very special because Instagram influenced me to buy them, because I follow Neiman Marcus's like store account on Instagram. I saw these boots. Yes, they're boots. I wasn't going to buy them. I was like, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. But then I went into the Neiman Marcus in San Francisco. They had them. They had my size. So I was just like, done and dusted. Like, I have to get them now because you have them. And they're absolutely perfect. They are these gorgeous Jimmy Choo ankle boots. Oh my God. Like, I am so glad that I bought these. So the bottom part is white leather, and then the top part is black suede, and then they have these beautiful little silver studs around them, and then just like a little short black heel. You guys, these are so soft, so comfortable. I even wore these to work, and I work retail, so I'm on my feet like 4, 5, 6 hours a day, and walking, standing, everything. I wore these to work, and they were comfortable, like sold. So I believe these boots were like $1,000, and totally worth it. I love these. I've worn these with biker shorts. I've worn these with, you know, an all black outfit, and that white is just like that perfect little pop. I've worn these with dresses. Like they're that girl. Like I can't imagine not having these in my closet now. Like they're that good. I bought these in early September, so I don't think you can get your hands on them anymore. You might have to check Jimmy Choo directly. I think Neiman Marcus was sold out, but I love these. They're absolutely fantastic. And I think this boot just fits my personality perfect. It's black and white. It's classic, but then with a little bit of an edge. Like if I were a shoe, this would be me. So those are my favorite luxury purchases that I bought in 2020. I hope you enjoyed my list. And again, if you like the content, stick around because there's going to be another video on Thursday. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's going to be good too. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and let's have a kiki in the comments. And I'll see you next time. Bye.